In this Taskade review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this organisation platform. Taskade is an organisation tool that lets you chat, organise and get things done using one team-friendly platform. So once you log into Taskade, you come over to the workspace. Here we can see it's got a few options at the top. We've got projects, tasks, roadmap, templates and completed. If we first just go over to projects, so here we can see it's got quite a few templates. It's got weekly planner, bullet journal, personal task tracker, distribution team, project board, future prioritization board, content strategy board, and product development board. There is also the option to just start with a blank project, so I'm just going to do this for now. So here we can give our project name. I've just named mine video editing, and then we can start filling in some checkboxes. So the checkboxes will automatically come up. If you just click enter, then that will create a new one. And then you can just type in there whatever it is you need to do. There's quite a few different options for the checkboxes. If we highlight that, we've got the option to change the format. We can set it to large heading, small heading, check 1, check 2, check 3, bullet point 1, bullet 2, bullet 3, paragraph, number, or letter. I'm going to leave ours as a checkbox for now. There's also the options to unindent and indent, as well as setting it to bold, italic, underline, mark it as complete. As we can see, that puts a line through it. Or we can also set the highlight colour. If we just click on there, it brings up loads more colours. You also have the option to insert an emoji at the end. We also have the option of dragging these and moving them around, as well as the option to add a new block. So if we clicked on add block, we can choose from those options. If we hover over one of the checkboxes and click on the plus, we can set the due date. So if I click on there, I could set the due date for tomorrow. We can have it repeat daily. So we could get a notification at the time of the event all the way up to one day before the event. There's also the option for assign. If we click on there, then we could assign this to a member of our team. I've obviously only got myself, but the more people you've got, the more people you can assign it to. There's the option for comment. If you wanted to add a comment, you can just type that in the box there, and we can see the comment displays under it. We also have the option to upload a file. We can choose from computer, Google Drive, Dropbox, Instagram, or Box. We can embed, set a timer, or choose to react. As we can see at the top here, this is currently set to default view. We could also select board, where it will set it out as a board, calendar, which will display it as a calendar, action, mind map, and organization chart. Obviously with all of these you can add blocks and add actions. Once we go back on the workspace, we can see that our task shows here. We have the option of marking it as complete, or we have some more options. These include being able to share it, pin it, star it as a favourite, copy it, move it, or add to templates. Next to projects, we have tasks. We don't have any tasks here at the moment, but obviously if we set a task with a due date, this would display here. We also have our roadmap. Again, any project with a due date will display here. We have our templates, and we have completed for when we've marked a project as completed. If I just go back onto templates, we can see we've got quite a few different templates here. So for example, if I just went on weekly planner, then this has got our sort of ready to go template. As we can see there, we've got goals, and we can just add our different checklist goals. We can add our tasks for each day, and we can add our notes at the bottom. Of course, all this can be customized. You know, we could add more checkboxes, or we could add blocks, or change the titles. We also have the option to create a folder. So if we went onto new folder, add a title there, go on new folder. If you had a lot going on, you could have multiple folders, have them all organized properly. Above our workspace, we have shared with me. If obviously any projects were shared with you, they would display here. We have starred. So obviously, as we saw on our project before, you have the option to star it. If we selected that, it would show here. We have calendar. Any upcoming tasks or tasks with a due date will show here. We have my tasks. So if any tasks were assigned to us, then they would show up here. And finally, we have recent. You also have the option to create a new workspace. So if you click on the plus there, and we can click on create a new workspace. As it says, this will be ideal for new teams. Set the name, pick a colour. You can also add a picture or an emoji. And once you're happy, click on new workspace. As we can see, our two workspaces display here, and we can just click between them. You could obviously create a new project for one and a new project for the other. Right at the very top, we also have a share option where it will give us a link that we can invite people to our workspace. You can also do this by email or username. We also have a little plus, which is the quick add. If we click on there, we can type anything and add that to a specific workplace or folder or project and so on. And then finally, we have the activity button, which will show us any other activity, like if we've assigned something to someone or something has a due date. And that's just about everything. So what did I think of Taskade? Taskade was a brilliant organisation tool. It was easy to create projects and assign them to teammates or set a due date. The templates were also a great feature, which made things even simpler. At times it was maybe a little bit fiddly when creating new projects, but in a real world scenario, I think this would run very smooth. I would definitely recommend Taskade. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time. In this Texta review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this AI tool. If you have any questions, please comment them below, and I'll also leave a discounted link so you can always get your money's worth for Texta. Texta lets you easily generate long-form content for your blog, e-commerce, social media, and more. Once we've logged into Texta, we come over to this writing tools area. As we can see here, we've got loads of generators to choose from. We've got academic article, blog post, real estate blog post, arts and culture blog post, blog titles, essay outline, and much more. As we can see on the sideboard here as well, we have an array of different options, and I'm going to go through a few of these today. First option on the sidebar we have is editor. Here you could create your own blog post. You can obviously just start typing into here. You have options to make things bold, italic, attach links. We can also add paragraphs and sentences, and we can actually make the AI create a paragraph or a sentence for us. So if, for example, I wanted to make an article about dolphins, then I could go on add sentence. Dolphins are amazing creatures. It's generated that for us. We could go into more detail and we could go on add paragraph. Dolphins are amazing creatures. They are very intelligent and have the ability to communicate with each other. They're also very playful and friendly, which makes them a popular choice for marine parks and aquariums. If you are creating an article from scratch, this is a really helpful feature. You could obviously type what you want and then add in a paragraph or a sentence. So if I come over to the long form section, I can work from a template. So I could, for example, use the arts and culture blog, click onto there, and then here for step 1, it asks us to describe the blog post you want to create. We can also select the input language and output language. So if you wanted the blog post to be in another language, you could just click one on here. So I want to sort of test it, so I've gone for something a little bit niche, which is how did Stanley Kubrick inspire modern cinema? It's also worth noting that this is on the simple mode. If we go to advanced, then we can select the title type. We could select from how to, learn what I did wrong, big secret, numbers, asking a question, clickbait, emotional words, hook, inspirational, controversial, science-backed, or reason. We can then set the creativity, so we could go all the way up at 100%, or you could set it lower. I'm going to do that at 85. We'll leave our input and output language as English. For the tone, I think we'll go formal. Style, we'll go creative. And then once we're happy there, go back in simple and go on generate article. And then we just wait a few moments while this is loading. And then once that's finished loading, as we can see, this has generated a full article just using our title of How Did Stanley Kubrick Inspire Modern Cinema? It's even created its own title, which is pretty good to be fair. The Shining Light of Stanley Kubrick. That's obviously a reference to his film The Shining. It's created an introduction I'll just read out a little bit. Few filmmakers have had as much of an impact on cinema as Stanley Kubrick. His films are known for their technical precision, their emotionally powerful storytelling, and their ability to provoke thought and debate. Now, obviously, once you've read through all of this, you can make different changes. You can just click on the text and add whatever you'd like. There's also the options to add a paragraph or add a sentence, or you could just type this yourself. We obviously have the options at the bottom, so we can customize this how we'd like, using bold, italic. We also have some filter options, so we could reapply the creativity or change the article length. If you're happy with this, you could go ahead and click on save. You can choose the document name and also the project details. I'm going to go ahead and click save there. As well as long form blog posts, we also have an array of different options. We have grammar correction, where we could type a text and go and check, and it will check our grammar, so that one's okay. We have paraphraser, again, when we could enter our text and it will paraphrase it. As we can see, we've got our result there. Under long form, we have product. So this gives us the options of blog posts, which could be for various products. So we've got social media marketing, health and wellness, real estate blog, e-commerce. We also have PR, e-commerce, which has got Amazon product description. We also have social ads. Here we've got product description, Facebook headlines, video title generator, and more. I'm going to go ahead and test the video title generator. So here you will describe your product or video. I've just gone for something random, cooking burgers for 1,000 people. And then we've obviously got the options for advanced settings, or we can just go ahead and go and create. And as we can see, it's generated 3 results there. We've got the Great Burger Challenge. Can we cook 1,000 burgers in one day? 1,000 burgers, the Ultimate Cooking Challenge. Burgers for 1,000, a challenge we're ready to take on. So they're pretty good results. We also have the option to copy these or favourite them, and we can just save them as another document. Below social ads, we have startup tools, where we have value proposition, slogan generator, video titles, text hook, and more. I'm going to go ahead and test out the slogan generator. So here it will ask for the name of our brand and the product description. And then once you've described your product, if you go ahead and go on create, and it's going to generate a slogan for us. So I just did ours about socks, and it's come up with Sock City, the most comfortable socks on the planet. Below startup tools, we have website copy, where we have question generators, event description, and more. We also have sales copy below there, which has marketing strategies, before, after bridge, etc. We have email and letter below there, where we could generate a welcome email, a confirmation email, a thank you note, a follow-up email, a cancellation email. And below there we have career, where we could generate a LinkedIn profile headline, profile summary, or a cover letter. So as we can see, there's loads of different AI generators to choose from there. I've just gone through a couple, but there's loads we could choose from. We also have the project section. If we go ahead and click on there, so here is where all your saved projects will show. This is just the 2 that we saved earlier. As you can see here, we've got autosave text with 4 documents. This has got our video title generator, our Stanley Kubrick blog, and 2 other autosaves as well. We also have account settings and team management. In the team management section, you can create a team by inviting team members. And you also have the option to join a team if you had their secret code. And that's pretty much everything. So what are my thoughts on Texta? Texta was a fantastic content generator. It had some very intelligent AI. It's not every day that you see artificial intelligence be able to generate blog posts about pretty niche subjects. There was also a whole range of different generators for different content. Texta made creating long-form content easy, and I would definitely recommend. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time. In this UseArtemis review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this app. If you have any questions, please comment them below, and I'll also leave a discounted link, so you can always get your money's worth for UseArtemis. UseArtemis lets you find anyone's contact details, emails, and phone numbers. Once we log in, we come over to the dashboard. As we can see, we've got the prospecting platform, credit usage. We also have the options to use the LinkedIn extension, make a search with the prospecting platform, manage our saved prospects, import LinkedIn search results, which is currently in beta, and we've also got a what is coming soon section, which has got LinkedIn prospecting automation and cold email outreach tool. So I'm going to go right ahead and click on prospecting platform. This takes us over to this page here where we can search for prospects. So you can search by first name, last name, job title, country, industry, company name, and company country. So if I put in the job title structural engineer, and then for country I went for United Kingdom. Company country, I'll also set that as United Kingdom. And for industry, we could go for construction. So I'm going to go ahead and go on search prospects. So it didn't seem to find anything for that. I'm just going to try and change the results a little bit and see if that works a little bit better. Okay, so maybe that was a little bit niche. So I've gone for Darren Smith, who works in construction and is based in the UK. Gone on search prospects. And as we can see, that's brought up 4 results. We have a Darren Smith, who is a sales manager. And as we can see, we've got his email there and also his LinkedIn. If we click on there, it takes us over to his LinkedIn. We've also got a Darren Smith who's a construction director, Darren Smith who's a regional procedure manager, Darren Smith who's a director. Now, obviously, I could select all of these and export them as a CSV. That would then just save it on your computer. You could obviously select one and choose to add to list. You could go ahead and go on new list. And we could call that construction. And we could go ahead and click create there. And the first Darren Smith will be added to that list. Below prospecting, we also have bulk enrichment. Here is where you can drop a CSV file or obviously browse and get one from your computer. Obviously, all the results from that CSV file will come up below. Below there, we have domain search. Here is where we could search for a certain domain name. So I'm just going to go for something random. I've gone for mcdonalds.com. And as we can see, this has brought up loads of pages for people who work for McDonald's Corporation. We've got those same options there where we could select them, add them to a list, or export everyone to CSV. Below domain search, we also have email verifier, where you could check the validity of a certain email. So if I put my email in there, and as we can see, the email address comes back valid. This is good for checking if you were getting any spam email. You could just put the email in there and see if it's valid. Below dashboard, we also have lists. Here, as we can see, we've only got our one list, which is construction. We do have the option to delete this or create a new list. Below there, we have LinkedIn imports. This will list all our LinkedIn imports, and we can obviously create a list for them as well. We've also got the 2 campaigns which are coming soon, which is the LinkedIn campaign and cold emailing. And then we've also got some settings at the bottom and an FAQ. Remember as well, they do also have the LinkedIn extension, which you can install in the Chrome Web Store. And this will give you access to prospects' phone numbers and emails instantly from LinkedIn. And that's just about everything. So what did I think of UseArtemis? Well, Artemis made it really easy to find various contact details. It also included many different filters which could be set. I also really like how they had a LinkedIn extension, so you could find prospects from there. One small criticism I would say is when the prospects show up and it comes up with their link in, once you click on there, it should open in a new tab. Because it opens on the same tab, I did actually lose my search results and had to go back. But overall, I think it's a great application and I would definitely recommend. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. In this video's review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this video template software. Viddyoze is a video application with a ton of ready-to-go video templates. As soon as we log in and come over to the dashboard, we can see the wide array of video templates. We can select the ratio, so we can select it to all. We can select portrait. These will work really well for social media or anything intended for a smartphone. There's landscape, and then finally there's square, which will work good for Instagram and similar applications. At the top as well, we do have a search bar where we can search for particular templates. For example, we could search for YouTube, and then as we can see there, we've got an array of different templates coming up. I'm going to go ahead and customize this YouTube social booster outro. We just click on customize there. So we have the options to upload a video screenshot and a channel image. If we click on there, we can upload our own file, or we can also choose from the library, Pexels, Unsplash, or Pixabay. I'm going to go ahead and upload a file. So I've uploaded both my pictures, so I'm going to go ahead and go on to continue, and we've got loads of customization options here. So we've first got YouTube video title, we've got our YouTube channel name, we've got our number of subscribers, our number of video views, our number of video likes, our number of video dislikes, our balloon text, our second balloon text and our third balloon text, our comment field text, and our end title. Once we've inputted them, if we click continue, so here we can select our audio. It does come with a default track there, but you do have the options for hip hop, SFX, hip hop music only, hip hop, or the default, which I think I'm going to go for today. Once we're happy, if we click on preview, once we've clicked on create, if we go over to my videos next to templates, we'll see that it shows up there. At the moment it's preparing our media. Whilst we wait for that to render, I'm going to go ahead and make another video template. We do also have some more options. If we click on filters here, we can filter it by duration. We can select all, 1 to 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, 10 to 20 seconds, or longer. There's also customization options where we can select upload logo, add text, colors and branding, fonts, and audio, and we can also filter it by the number of images and logos, and that's 1 all the way up to 20. Next to filters we have sort by, where we can sort by most popular, newest, oldest, and relevance, and also right at the top we do have a tutorial section in case we needed any help with anything. Now as we can see on the left hand side sidebar here, we can filter it by different genres of template. For example, we could look on intro or live action. I'm going to go for live action and I'm going to try out the city billboards night. So if we go and customize there, same as before, we can upload our own image or choose an image. Click continue, choose our audio and click preview. We do have a preview image of what we've created there, and then we can go ahead and click create. Now that our video is finished rendering, we can download it. We just click on here, select MP4, and that will save to our computer. If I just click on it to show you. So this is our template, the YouTube social booster outro. And there we go. And that's just about everything. So what did I think of Viddyoze? Well, I really enjoyed using Viddyoze. It had a wide array of templates and a great amount of options to filter those templates. It made something like creating a YouTube intro or outro really simple. I would definitely recommend Viddyoze, and it's something I can see myself using in the future. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. In this VidPowr review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this video content tool. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll also leave a discounted link so you can always get your money's worth for VidPowr. VidPowr lets you create interactive, multilingual video content to boost engagement and conversions. Once we've logged in, we come over to the dashboard. Here we can see it shows us our total videos. We've currently got that at 0 out of 100. Total playlists, total domains, our sessions by country, sessions by browser, and sessions by operating system. Now this is obviously all empty at the moment because we've not done any videos, but if we go to videos all, of course this is also empty, but if we go on add video, and here we can add a new video. So first it asks us for our source. We've got options of YouTube, Vimeo, URL, Dropbox, Google Drive, and vid tags. We can then enter the video URL there, select if it's a live stream or not. I'm going to go ahead and click no, the visibility, public, and then we can also tick or untick use default settings. So I'm going to go ahead and go on add video. Okay, and this takes us over to this editor page. Now I've just got a random video off YouTube, which is an eating challenge, and I'm going to have a look at the different settings. So first we have the customization options. So if we click on the plus, that brings down for controls, and we have loads of different control options here. So you could tick or untick the play button, and as we can see, that would disappear and it would just show in the middle. You can enable 10-second skip, progress, current time, mute, volume, captions, settings, PIP, AirPlay, download, and full screen. We then also have some options for the play button, where we could tick the option to show a custom play button. If we tick that, then we can set the colour. I could go for greenish to match his shirt. Style, we can select from different styles. Select from a choice of animations. We can also set an infinite animation loop. Now this hasn't updated here, but it does say if we click view, then we'll be able to preview this, which I'll do after we've had a look at thumbnail. So at thumbnail, you can choose a file, so you could upload a custom thumbnail, similar as you could do for YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on view just to see if the play button's updated. Okay, so this takes us over to a separate page, and as we can see there, our play button has updated, and we've got our animation and style. We also have some data options. If we click on there, we have CTA, where we can upload a background image, we could have a background colour, we could add text, or HTML, set a time, and we can also add a primary button or a secondary button. We also have an email leads form. So at the moment skip is enabled, but if you wanted to get those emails, then you could untick that. We can also add a headline there, a subtext. You can customize the button text and the colour. You can set the time, add a greeting, enable GDPR, and you could add your own custom GDPR text. And then we've got form submit title, form name title, and form email title. To enable these, you can just click on the little box there and tick them. We also have force share. So before you could watch the video, you would have to share before you could continue watching. We have embed HTML form, countdown timer, integration, and you would first just configure your integration settings. Overlay ads, so you could add a URL for the ads, upload an icon, and add some text. We can do info overlay and overlay text. We have hotspots, buttons, and links, where we can add a hotspot, URL, and the text, adjust the colour, position, and the show time. And then finally we have questions, where you could enable this, ask a question, and set the time that it would come up. Next to data, we have settings, where we first have a general settings tab. Here this has got our URL, the source from which it's come from. We obviously got ours from YouTube, the language selection title, the default language switch text, views text, reaction text, so you can set that to something custom, but automatically that's set to how was the video, submit text, submit, buy now, visibility, listed, show credits, show views, enable reactions, enable share, show only video, autoplay, or auto loop. We also have info, and in this example this is just copied this over from YouTube automatically, but you could set this to your own description and title. We have redirect after the end, so if we tick that, we could enter a URL into there, and after the video's ended, you will be redirected, so you could input your website or something similar. We can enable show feedback, and you could just add a title and a subtitle, and then you can also add custom analytics and split testing. Once we're happy there, if we go ahead and click save, and then you have the option to view again, and any changes you've made will display here, and then obviously once you're happy, you can close the editor. As we can see, our video now shows up here. We have the options to share it, edit it, as well as checking the leads or deleting it. With multiple videos, you can search in the search bar, and you can also click on add video to create a new one. Below all, we have analytics. Here is where it will show all our data for people who've watched our video. So as we can see, we've got one view, one unique visit, we've got a 0% completion rate, which means no one has watched our video all the way through, and we've had no reactions or comments. With multiple videos, they'll display here. It also shows us the views, plays, and the bounce rate. And we also have a full stats section, where if we click on here, it gives us a full overview. We've also got data such as CTA, shares, downloads, comments, disengagement rate, unique click-through rate, and completion rate. You also have the option for show only call to action. Below analytics, we have projects. Here we could click on new project, add a title and a description, and click on add project. And then we do have settings such as duplicate and edit. If you just click onto there, you'll also be able to edit it. And here we can add a video, and we only have one video at the moment, so we could just click on that, click on confirm, and this will then display in our project. Below projects we have pages. Below projects we have pages and sales page. If we go onto sales page, here we can click on new page, set the title and description, and this will take us over to this editor. Here we can set the visibility of the page. So we go for yes. We can go on customize, change the background color, the text color, and the button color. You can then upload a logo, set the logo position, and a background image. We also then have a customize section. We then also have an SEO section where we can set our title page and description. We have promotional content where we can set a heading and a description, and you can also add a link for text and a link URL. We have a social media links section where we can add Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And as you've probably noticed, this has all been shown on the preview as well. We then have buttons where we can set a primary button for text or a link, secondary button, third button, and so on. And then finally we have videos where we could click on add videos, select our one video. We can see we've got a full preview there, and with our custom play button as well. And then once you're all happy, if you go ahead and click on close editor. Below sales page, we have playlists. Here we can create a new playlist, add a title, a description, an ID, so this could be a link to a playlist, and then upload your logo as well. Below playlists, we have the data section where we have integrations. We could click on new integration, set our integration type. We have loads of options to choose from here, from ConvertKit to Drip, to eye contact, to inbox, to webhook. You would obviously select which one you want to use, set the name, and add the URL for that specific integration. Below integrations, we have leads. This will obviously show us all our leads. We've obviously just got the one video, and we've not got any leads at the moment. You do also have a detail section where you can copy, export a CSV, Excel, PDF, or print. And then we also have a sync section where if we had any integrations, we can see our total synced and last synced. Below there we have the customize section where we have domains, where you could connect a custom domain. We have team, where if you had multiple team members you could share them here. And then at the bottom we also have settings. Finally, it's worth noting as well, we do have a resources section which has training and guides, the Chrome extension, and support desk. And that's pretty much everything. So what did I think about VidPowr? Well, VidPowr had a wide range of customization options and analytics. It made it really easy to track leads, views, and completion rates. I also love the customization options, such as being able to customize your play button and change the color or style. I would definitely recommend VidPowr. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.